Welcome back, everyone. Today I bring you the semi-finals of the FOB Monthly Tournament. And you can see we are up against a very special person. And this is Skiffik. If you don't know who he is, which would be weird, he is the #1 guy in the ranked leaderboard right now. And you know that I always say that rank doesn't really matter that much. But obviously there is a difference between, being #1 on the leaderboard and like being number 100 or like rank 100 or even rank 50. And especially he is known because he started this rank reset by winning 100 games in a row with 4E. So he is definitely one of the best players right now. Whether he is the best or not, I mean, at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter. I'm trying to catch a fly right now. Fuck you, man. Get out of here. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't really matter because he definitely is just one of the best players right now. And because my enemy in the quarterfinals we didn't find a time to play, so he conceded the games against me. I got to go to the semifinals for free, and now I have to fight Skiffik. Because we only have like one pro bracket in the FOB tournament, it's kind of, the intermediate people and the pros were thrown together into it. So yeah, it was obvious that I would have to face one of the best players at some point in the tournament, and it came in the semifinals. You can see we are on 2 legs. Skiffik picked that map. He also first picked 5th Panzer, and I was a bit surprised by that. I also just forgot to ban it for some reason, because I was dumb. And I picked for Zmech, as you can see. I think it's pretty clear that I like the division quite a lot. It is clear by just the amount of videos I have uploaded recently playing the division. And in this case, look, I am playing against Skiffik. I knew that I kind of have no chance of defeating him. But I still wanted to give it my best shot, but not like, I don't know, not take it too seriously, because in general I haven't been taking the game super seriously lately, because this just, tends to make you sad if you lose them, and puts you in a bad mood. So I'm trying to get to be a little more lighthearted and, just try my best. Not troll around, but also not giga try hard. So I thought, Zmech would be a perfect pick, because I think it's a good division. I have been very successful with it. But if I lose, I still have a cop-out. It's actually not the best division in the game right now, and still a decent amount of people consider it weak, which I think is dumb. Yeah, well, what's the problem of fighting 5th Panzer? Well, obviously 5th Panzer is one of the best divisions right now and has a shit ton of autocannon IFVs. And the Leopard 2E4Cs, which is pretty much the most cost-efficient tank right now. I wouldn't say it's actually the best tank, but it's definitely up there with the most cost-efficient tanks, together with maybe the T-72 M1 probably. But the T-72 M1 is also it's obviously worse, but it's also way cheaper. So cost-efficiently wise, it's probably even better, especially the East German ones with the Resolute trait. But yeah, either way. The big problem when fighting against Skiffik is that he is very good at microing and keeping his stuff alive, and that goes very well together with 5th Panzer's possibility to just giga blob the longer the game goes, and as long as he keeps his stuff alive, which he's very good at. I'm kind of dead in the late game, so yeah, again, that's why I thought that picking Zmech would be a good idea, because it would give me the best chance of winning early on. With the FOB tournaments, also we have a lot of bans, especially with now we have new rules, because like the new monthly already started, but the old one hasn't finished, so it's kind of a mess right now. So now we even don't have 4 bans per person, but 5 bans per person. So like a lot of divisions get banned, obviously. So for example, 2nd UK wasn't in the pool anymore, and also because Skiffik isn't like dumb or cocky enough to leave 2nd UK through the bans. And yeah, well, so what's the idea? You can see, as I like to do, I'm deploying the Gniwosh early on. No forward deployed AA on 5th Panzer, so that should be good. 2 Ross Specialny for the right-hand flank. I obviously watched the Skiffik map tutorial, so I know that he will be going for this area here. So one FOB going into this area, then 2 infantry squads into the city, me 2 to maybe snipe the Fernspeer, and then 2 of the Gniewosh, as I said, well, also to snipe forward deployed units and protect against air. Also 2 Gniewosh on the left hand side, and the recon me 2 obviously 2 Specialny going into the town, 1 going to the right side of the town, and then into the town itself, 1 military police squad, 2 Pichota Zmech with the SVD, and 2 T-55As. So that's basically the deployment, and yeah, 1 command for the right side. Me2 coming in, wasn't able to snipe the Fernspeer in time, then tried to retarget the Alouette, but it kind of didn't work. And I wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible to not get wrecked by the Luxus, which he obviously has deployed here as well. I was hoping that maybe the Gniewosh would be able to get onto the Luxus in time. Here, I wanted to unload the Ross Specialny in time to snipe the Fernspeer. I think I need to unload them a little bit earlier so that I can be actually able to snipe them, but he has the Lux in the back as well for support, so the recon squad here was pretty much wasted. The Gniewosh also not able to kill the Lux because, of course, he's microing it all. Like, Skiffik has a crazy high APM. To be fair, also, like, obviously, not like literally every click is microing a specific unit. Sometimes he's also just clicking around, checking on units, but I mean, still, a high APM is always dangerous. Here he was very smart. He came in with the F4 from the side, and thus the Gniewosh didn't have time to align, and so the F4 did actually get 1 kill. Was hit in return, but I mean, getting out alive is already pretty good. Yeah, but I mean, again, that's why he's the #1 in ranked right now. That's I might be cheating on the ranked leaderboard a lot, but you know, you're #1 in the leaderboard mostly for a reason, especially because he hasn't been spamming 5e or 56y. To be fair, 4e is also like one of the most broken divisions in the game, but he hasn't been playing only it, and he's very good with other divisions as well. I have got into the town on the left side though. No command, because I obviously invest more into troops itself, so the command jeep is now just arriving on the back point on the left, which means that he is on a tick. Using his fire support here, you can see already Leopard 2 A4C deployed and a Roland 3 for some air defense, and the Lux. So I will need to be keeping my stuff back here in the town. I was trying to drive through here to maybe get a side shot or a snipe on the Roland 3 or the Marder. I mean, obviously against a Leopard 2 A4C I'm just dead, but if I get a cheeky shot on them, that could be very useful. And I do, but they survive, of course they do. And it retargets on the Leopard for some reason, but they do kill the Marder, so that's already nice. I think the BVP ones are also suppressing the Leopard 2A4, so he's retreating it, which is obviously the right decision to do. The Fernspeer here are annoying, because they got now into range of their submachine guns, where I think they will win against the Ross Specialny. Not completely sure though. Also, I still have control of the right side, which is good, because I also control the left side. I'm just haven't gotten into it at the moment. I tried to go for a cheeky snipe on the Leopard 2A4C, but he obviously smokes up in time, and then Roland 3 of course hits my 30 ECM AT plane on the first run. Bruh, it's not even upvetted, by the way. Jesus Christ, man, come on. And yeah, maybe I should have gone for the cluster bomber actually, but even there it's obviously very risky, because the cluster bomber has to get in even closer. Because obviously it has to drop the bombs on top of the Leopard, and while the AT plane can kind of circle at range. That's why I decided to go for the AT plane, so I think it was still the better choice overall. And with the Leopard being hit already, I think a frontal penetration would have been enough to kill it. So I'm not 100% sure on that, because I don't know like the damage calculations perfectly. Lux does snipe my recon, but my FOB did snipe the Roland 3. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late for the AT plane, but overall still very nice. Now the important thing is that I need to get stuff into here to again control the open area and prevent his like Leopards and Marders to just drive around here for free. Command did get into the zone, so soon I will start ticking. But he is advancing on the right side, and I don't really have a lot of defenses here. Like, I mean, the FOB here won't be helping on the right side. Infantry is already going into the town. The Sapersi will obviously defeat the Panzer Grenadiers with no issues, and he still has a bunch of fire support, so I will be in a bit of trouble. F4 rocket comes in to straight off a go. No, they are obviously perfect for that. Gni was here. Unfortunately, I don't know what it was doing. It was spinning around very weirdly and took super long to align and then missed. Don't know why it was. It looked like it was spinning around to the wrong side. It was looking the wrong side to begin with, to the wrong direction to begin with. I have no idea. So here, my T-55 does die to the Leopard, I think. The Pioneer tried to do something here, but they died in the end. And see now also some ATGMs have arrived. But Fernspiel is still giga annoying to get an not an ATGM, AT launcher shot on the Scott 2AM. Really bad. He does get into the right zone now, and yeah, not much I can do. I did try to move my Saperzi forward here to get a cheeky snipe on the Iltis, but of course they miss. It's a 50% chance, and they weren't even stunned that much. Like, they were barely stunned, and then they miss. And now with obviously the Gepard and the Panzer they die. So this was really annoying. Like this, that wouldn't have like turned around the game or anything, but it still would have been super helpful to snipe the command here, and it didn't happen. So yeah, really bad. So now I will also need to buy in more support to reinforce the right side so that he doesn't push through to Anna completely, because that would put him at a +4 tick. And I mean, I know how I play the map when I'm on his side. I basically all in on Emma and then just push through to Anna, which he obviously didn't do, because you can see he has a very heavy deployment on the left side and even more is coming in. And just a Leopard 2A4C is already a big issue for me. If the Maridas are driving a little bit too aggressively into this position, because there's a lot of ATGMs now in again. And the Conquerors here, you know, you see I'm pushing it forward again because it was in a bit of an irrelevant position, because from back here it doesn't see quite into the positions up there. Now I was trying to aggressively move forward with the T-55s to get a shot on the Marders, but he smoked them off and retreated them all. So I actually couldn't do a lot against them anymore. We'll get some good damage on the Panzer Grenadier, but I'm pretty sure that he has a supply truck here back here. No, pretty sure. I'm 100% sure, because the Leopard 2A4 was repaired up. So overall this will not do that much. It's kind of nice to hold him back for a time, but as I said, like, the big problem is that he is very good at keeping his units alive, so I need to kill some of them at some point. And he's also very good at microing them, because a lot of people, I mean, they can keep their units alive, but then at some point when we're in the late game and they have millions of units, they just can't micro them all. And here I notice him just driving through on the right side with the Fuchs and the Iltis Führung, which is pretty bad, because I don't have a command on the right-hand side, obviously, so if he gets in, he will neutralize the sector, which will put him at a +2. If he captures it, as I said, even on a +4, which is really bad. So you can see I'm quickly rerouting the T-55s. Mi-24 also already on the way to maybe get the snipe on the Iltis before he gets in, but slightly too late. T-55s here don't have enough range, so he does get into the sector, very bad. But yeah, I'm just aggressively pushing the Mi-24 in, because I know that he has no AA up with them anymore, with those units. Specifically target the Iltis, so that he doesn't get a full cap on the sector, and call in my own command. So this is pretty bad, but not catastrophic. It's just very bad. The Zmech here were slightly out of range of the AT launchers. I thought they were in range, but you know, apparently they weren't. Autocannons instantly targeting down my recon here in the church, which is really unfortunate, because it kind of just makes me blind all the time, because I can't get recon in there. Now also moving forward the vehicles here into this forest patch to kind of get a zone of control here. The Zmech also were trying to move up, because I was assuming that there wouldn't be too much in this town because of the massive investment he was doing on the left side. His AT plane misses, my also misses, but then the Gni-Watch shit based, and then gets killed by the Gepard. Yeah, obviously late game against 5th Panzer, the Gni-Watch are really not that useful. BRDM Conquerors also somehow was seeing the Gepard here. Like, I really don't understand how line of sights work, because clearly the line of sight was telling me that it wouldn't see the Gepard, but it did. It then missed, of course, because why wouldn't it? And yeah, you can see already this is just so annoying. I can't get rid of all of this block. There's just nothing I can do. I'm trying to move the T-55s now around the left flank and get a Fago in some position there as well. Also does snipe the recon alert, which is very useful. Getting in 2 AT planes now to maybe get a hit on something, and if he has one Roland, then, I mean, yeah, whatever. The second one, Roland, won't stop me. And here, one AT plane completely missed, but the other one, I think, got a side shot on a Leopard 2A4 and actually did kill it. Because those AT planes are completely busted and they will go through smoke. Then also get a double kill on the Marders. Unfortunately, not on the Lukes, which would have been almost more important because the Lukes can spot. So yeah, very nice. And both AT planes are still alive, even though I thought I retreated this one, but I guess I misclicked. Well, not I guess, obviously I misclicked and only retreated one, but this one now also out. So overall, very, very important attack here and very important kills. I have recaptured the right side. I'm trying to attack here, but yeah, well, my infantry got completely deleted by the two Pioneer Carl Gustav. And then the F4 comes in to strafe the Mi-24. And yeah, those T-55 and BVP ones obviously won't do a lot in the city against the Pioneer with the Carl Gustav. So they're kind of useless now. Though I get a kill on one of them, which is very good. The Rossbestyle here still getting wrecked because there's an Aufklärer here spotting. Second Leopard 2A4C already came in, but very importantly, I killed the other one off, so he again only has one of them, and I can kind of hold back one. Two would be pretty much GG already, but with one of them gone, I still have a chance. Here I now decided to just kind of drive around the town. Because, I mean, yeah, sure, he can defend the town, but if I drive around him, he can't do anything with his infantry in the town. And then I could even wreak havoc on his backline. F4 comes in, the F4 fighters come in and just strafe my FOB because it's being spotted by the Aufklärer. And again, I just can't get my recon to spot anything because it's instantly getting wrecked by 5 billion autocannons, which is rather annoying. And because the FOB is dead and the BRDM Congress was also killed, the Leopard 2A4 now has pretty much nothing to fear. So I'm quickly calling in another AT plane. And here this was so dumb. Like, he is still sniping me from the town because I'm an absolute idiot, and instead of just, you know, going around the long way and driving through here, where I was sure that he would be out of range, I drove like right beside the town, where he will now just snipe all my tanks with the infantry in the town with his AT launchers. So, the absolute skill issue by me. AT plane on the left hand side didn't do much because of course he smoked off. I don't know what it was hit, but at least it's alive, so that's already good enough. And yeah, well, the right hand side, as I said, complete catastrophe. Also, like just massive skill issue on my side. What can I say, man? That was just unbelievably stupid. And also because I don't have any recon, obviously they have a hard time spotting. Even though here they're actually so close that they do spot themselves. And now the fire support from the right side wrecks them in the side armor. Like, imagine if I would have just drove through here, I could have wrecked everything that's in this forest. Infantry could have done nothing about it, and I would have been in such a better position. But hey, I'm an idiot and completely fucked up. Still holding the left-hand side, but the problem is he is like 100 points ahead. Like, I need to push him out of here, or push him through here. And let me tell you, pushing against Skiffik 30 minutes into the game, once the front line has established itself, not the easiest thing to do. Calling in a second also because I was getting really annoyed of the air spam. Also having lost the right side here, obviously catastrophic, because I need the control of this area to project some control over the open field, as I always like to say. He's trying to like aggressively move in his ultis here, no idea why. This Zmech gets spotted by the Fernspeer and get wrecked by the F4 rocket. It dies in return though, so hey, at least something. Looks here wrecking the Rossbestyle because it doesn't have the longest range NT launcher. And yeah, right hand side completely wrecked. Luckily he isn't just like aggressively moving through here because like there's nothing to stop him. Like literally. Scott 2's just moving up to kind of soak the damage from the Leopard. Or soak the shots rather, and I won't be soaking a lot of damage. T-55 might get into range to engage, but unfortunately his AT plane does snipe the full HP at T-55. Yeah, now the Scott 2 has also died, the second T-55 died, so I instantly smoke off this Merida and try to get it out of harm's way, because yeah, 1v1, a lower health Merida definitely doesn't have a lot of a good chance against the Leopard 2A4C. Here, honestly, I just completely forgot that, you know, he could be bringing the Mars, because Skiffik never plays artillery, but in this case, like the one time I see him use artillery is obviously in this game. And I mean, to be fair, it made a lot of sense, because he just targeted my OSAs and killed them. So, also, yeah, not good, not well done by me. I should have just been moving them either way, because he could have also just bombed them. I don't think he has a tornado in his deck, but obviously I didn't know at the time. So, yeah, massive skill issue by me. Should have been moving them. And also the AT plane here circling in the back way too long, and now because the AA is dead, he's just aggressively moving through his fighters. And so the Su-22 AT is dead, and this is a catastrophic loss for me. Do get one of the F4s in return at least. Maybe we'll get another hit on the second F4. No, it misses. Max vet also, by the way, 70%. Nice. I mean, I did get one plane at least, so hey, can't complain too much, but... So this is very, very bad. And now he just has a big pile of Marders, and yeah, I'm just stuck. I don't know what to do. I can't get a big pile of units here to push them through. I kind of wasted them on early attacks because I was too cocky. And then I just also wasted this my bunch of vehicles here because I was an idiot. And yeah, now on the right hand flank I'm just kind of slowly dying, but I'm trying to hold him back, and he's pushing in and in again, but he never is able to actually get into the town. So I was kind of holding him back. Very badly, but I was holding him back. Osa does get a hit on the F4. Nice. This Osa is unfortunately out of ammo. T-55 here getting repaired, but yeah, one T-55 is just not enough. And even then, I'm still trying to move it in to get something going, because, like, I'm in a very desperate position, but then I stop it again. Because I realized, you know, there's two more Meridas coming in, I might as well just wait until they're in place. And yeah, you can see, like, I'm wrecking his infantry in the town, but then his Marders are moving up and wrecking my infantry. So it's kind of just a grind fight where nobody's gaining really anything. Except for that he is gaining in the long run, because he is keeping all of his vehicles here alive, and I can't do anything against him. If I get an ATGM in a position, he just instantly, like, wrecks it with his 5 quadrillion ATGMs. And my infantry has such a bad AT launchers that, look at this, I mean, even if I ambush him, they don't do shit. It's literally useless. Unless I get a lucky side shot, but for this, again, he's way too good at macro. Or you will rarely see Skiffik slip on his macro. Again, there's a reason for why he is so good. I don't agree on everything he says. I don't think that he's some sort of messiah or something. And you should never take any player like face value and believe everything they say. Just also, like, even more so, like, about players like me at my skill level. But you also shouldn't, like, think that, oh my god, he isn't doing everything perfectly. He is so bad at the game. No. He is extremely new to the game. I will troll on him though if he, you know, says cocky things like he never loses tanks, because, like, that's just... I understand why he says it, because, you know, he also needs to, you know, make content, and it is true that he rarely loses tanks, but he still does lose his tanks. Like, come on, man. And here T-55s move up too aggressively. I can have no recon, so one of them gets schwacked by the Leopards. I even think it's only one Leopard up here, honestly. But just the Marders everywhere. Look at this. Like, this is hilarious. Basically nothing I can do. Then the Milan 2 here from the side. I didn't even notice that he deployed it just in the open and got a beautiful side shot on him, Merida. Luke's now just shooting into the town. Like, again, look at this line of sight. What the fuck? How does it see into the town if the line of sight too clear is... Okay, I won't complain about it anymore. I've complained about it enough, and we all know that the line of sight tool is useless garbage if you're fighting in towns. Calm down. But it's just so annoying. Because I think the line of sight tool is such a cool thing to have in the game, and it works mostly, but if it doesn't work, it's just so annoying. Here I try to target down his AA, because obviously that's the thing that's stopping me. But yeah, Skiffik is way too good. He obviously instantly moves it out of the way, and World War II artillery of Zmech is way too bad for that. Here I did quickly, like, I was able to, like, dip my command into the sector and quickly move it out again. The Zmech here will die, but he doesn't have a command of his own in the sector. So I'm actually ticking out a +1, which is very good for me, because yeah, I will not be getting any other tick for sure at this point in the game. Like, I am happy that I am actually even holding this town here. I was very surprised that I was still able to do that, not gonna lie. Because look at this, look at how much stuff he has back there. It's absolutely insane. Obviously the only reason why I'm still holding it is because Skiffik knows that he's just not under pressure. Like, he is ahead in points. He is perfectly fine. It's kind of just annoying me and killing my stuff here. as long as I'm not ticking. But the thing is, now I am ticking at a +1, and this might actually be enough, if I'm lucky. Singular T-55A coming in. Probably will get stacked by the Milan 2 here or something. Though it is spotted right now, so who knows. Mi-24 got hit pretty hard, but I was, for once in my life, microing it and did retreat it out of range of the stupid Roland. Singular T-55 moving around the corner. I thought that I might be able to get like a sneaky snipe on Lux or a Marder. Here I do get, I think, a sight shot on a Leopard 2A4C, but let me tell you, it straight up just didn't give a fuck. Maybe it was a front armor hit actually. Yeah, I don't know. I think 14 pen from such a short range in the side armor would do more damage. Do get a hit, do get a kill on the Lux on the move, by the way. That was very nice. T-55A now, yeah, let me tell you, 1v1 against the Leopard 2A4C. I know it's going to be surprising, but they actually do kind of fucking die. Conqueror's now being targeted by the Bopas. You know, I love those helicopters, and yeah, in this case I don't have any AA up here. So quickly calling in some Stellar 2Ms, but they will take some time until they arrive on the front line. And just look at this blob, like, I'm pretty much dead at this point. Though I do call in the cluster and the AT plane, so I was hoping that maybe two of them together would be able to get through. The cluster plane obviously just like a second before it would drop, it gets stunned and then it gets killed. I was so sad about that, man. AT plane then also comes in and unfortunately wasted its missile, I think, on a Marder and even missed. So yeah, overall this attack pretty much failed. But the funny thing is, I'm still taking on the right side and I have actually taken them off him. So I am winning for the moment. So now it was unironically about holding the sector. If I can hold the sector, I would win. Yeah, that was quite funny. But obviously the problem is, if he notices that I have literally nothing left on the right side, I will be dead very, very quickly. And I'm already barely holding on the left side. But hey, who knows? You know, sometimes miracles can happen. Artillery is still trying to kill his AA, but yeah, that's an ambitious effort. I mean, who knows? I do get a stun on it, but he was already moving it, so yeah, obviously he's instantly out of range. Artillery does fuck all. This old garbage here. All the autocannons, like, just look at how many autocannons there are now. Like, there's really not much I can do. But the funny thing is, look, there's still no infantry in the town. Like, it's so dumb. He can't push into the town. I can't push him away from the town with his vehicles. It was so dumb. Here he does target my my also on the right side and does kill the command together with it. So now it's like there's literally one Rospizani in an ambush position here. That's everything I have. The Bopas do retreat finally from the Strela 2Ms, but they have killed everything I had here, like the Conquerors and the BVP ones. Leopard 2A4 just sitting in the open together with the Marder, and here as well, shooting into the town, quickly retreating my infantry, trying to keep them alive. He does recapture the right hand side finally, but as I said, I am ahead technically now, so hey, maybe it will work out in the end. More T-55As coming in the hopes that I could be able to like get him into a close range brawl and then maybe be lucky and get some like side shot or something. Still trying to target his AA because I need to be able to use my air force. If I can't use my air force, I'm just straight up fucking dead. But then I noticed that he decided to just fuck this down and just straight up drive around me. And so I thought I decided, or like I thought that he wanted to just drive into my back zone because, I mean, it's fair to assume that this is undefended. So I quickly pack up my artillery, move it out of there, stupidly move the T-55s over the open. That's absolutely dumb. Should have just kept them moving into the town. Because like there's just no way I'm gonna be holding in the back here. At the moment. More units also being rerouted from the right. I saw the Leopard 2A3 command here, so I know that it will be in the town soon. And yeah, as I said, all my infantry they can't do anything against it. Maybe if they get a lucky side shot, but even the one lucky side shot doesn't do shit because they only have 14 fucking penetration. So I would need like at least I think 2 side shots, maybe even 3. And yeah, as I said, like this was completely dumb. I should have just kept them moving into the town, but yeah, well, mistakes were made. Again, trying to just spam air at him. Here he did the right move and moved ahead of the bombers. So the cluster did get a good hit, but not a kill. Also, again, obviously does get shot down. That's fair, but because he has a lot of AA here. HE bomber though at least gets out, so that's something at least. At this point in time, I kind of had to take all the Ws I could get. Artillery has been pushed back very far. Instantly caught in 2 goes into the towers here, and the Marinas also being rerouted to the back to just keep him from capturing this, because I was also thinking maybe he will not even capture the sector and just drive around it. But the problem is now he's just shooting into my ass in the town, and I kind of have nowhere to go with my infantry, because if I move here, he will shoot me from this area. If I move here, he will shoot me from this area, so I'm just dead. Also sniped my command. So now he has control of the sector. Shortly it will be a +2 for him. Also does fire with this Mars here. Maybe he thought that I still had some like vehicles or command hit in the back here, which, yeah, that's a fair assumption to be fair, but a fun fact, I didn't have anything left here anymore. I basically have nothing left on the map overall anymore. Like, look at this, and this blob. It's just insane. So yeah, now he will be at the +2 tick, and this will like put him ahead of me obviously very quickly, and yeah, there's like no offensive capabilities left anymore. But I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna give up that easily. Fuck this, I'm gonna try my best. Even if, now I'm not trolling, but even if I'm going in with the fact that, like, with the knowledge that I have no chance, I will still try. So I was trying to amass a critical mass of infantry and BVP-1s here, because I thought, I mean, he has so much stuff on the left-hand side. Surely there can't be a lot of stuff on the right side. I mean, I haven't killed that much, but I still should have killed enough that, like, this would represent most of the stuff, and on the right side there should be maybe like a few ATGMs and infantry squads, and that's it. But I thought that I mean, even if he still had enough points to reinforce this, I will still have a better chance getting back into here than I have at like getting back into this here, because I saw what he has here. Stereotypes finally still alive here. No recon, because I have lost most of my recon at this point. And now I'm just kind of going on the attack, because I mean, also I just don't have the time, right? Even if I fully capture this sector, this will stop his tick. But he has already ticked over me again, so I will need to attack even further from here. So possibly get into Leonid, or then reroute from Emma to Olga, whatever, if he like loses a bunch of his stuff in this area. Maybe, hopefully. My artillery does snipe my Gepard though. Finally. Something. AT plane coming in for the Marders. I was assuming that his AA would be too far back to support the Marders. AT plane obviously misses, because why not? Second missile will hit though. Yeah, nice. At least one hit. Load the infantry here in time, because I didn't want it to get sniped by some AT launchers again, just like I had with the vehicles here. Though, smart as I am, obviously I'm rerouting the vehicles here again way too close to the town, because I'm a genius. Still GMs here being still alive was actually useful, because they did snipe the Bopa, and then they sniped the second Bopa, so this is unironically important for me to keep this area somehow alive. Calling in the infantry command as well now, because I thought that, you know, I did get quite far here. Rocket plane comes in, but I think it didn't kill anything. Did decent damage though, so yeah, I'm finally calling in more AA again, because yeah, all my AA has also been killed. Except for the 2 Strela TMs. They're still alive. Hell yeah. But his infantry here is under a lot of pressure. Both the Bopa will now though be a big problem for my vehicles. AG plane coming in does kill the infantry here and does get a snipe on the Bopa, which is unironically very important in this situation. And now I decide to just drive them through, but again, this is so dumb. I just reroute to the right. Bruh. Ah, man, I'm just... Sometimes I'm in awe of my own stupidity. I'm not gonna lie. Like, again, half the vehicles here are already dead again. So unnecessarily. Oh man, just you know, I finally realized that, oh, you know, if you drive further from the town, you can't get sniped by AT launchers. Insane, right? Who would have thought? But fun fact, it's too late now, because I have lost all my vehicles here, and the infantry here will again just be sitting fucking ducks for all of his fire support. And the attack on the right hand side still hasn't happened. So yeah, let me tell you something. The giant blob of vehicles you saw here, yeah, it's kind of on the way here. Because Skiffik is a good player. And I was actually very lucky here that his Leopard 2 didn't snipe by command before it was able to get into the sector. He is now 250 points ahead of me almost. And yeah, fun fact, all the AA was obviously also rerouted, so the AT plane didn't get anything done. Cluster going in for the forest patch here. I'm not even moving my stuff at this point. Now I start moving the T-55, but obviously it's way too late. I did spot something. I think I spotted the Marder here, but I mean I don't even have recon here, so I don't even get a corrected shot. So this artillery is even more useless than it already is. It's not even upvetted because I don't have a command unit spare. Does get a command into the right side, so this will put him at a +1 tick once again. But I mean, hey, as I said, might as well try. Not gonna get another opportunity to fight against a level 1 player, or rank 1 rather. Yeah, didn't get a lucky side shot on a Leopard 2A3. Because I'm still not sure like when you do get a side shot and when not. Like for example, at the angle of the infantry in this building here, would it have been enough to be a side shot or not? I'm not sure. But I mean, I might as well try. Yeah, more infantry coming in, which will be an issue because actually of the infantry I had, not a lot is actually left. Or well, a lot is left, but it's very low HP. Some tanks though are coming in, so those could be very helpful. If they get into a relevant position, they do get stuck on something. They get stuck on the Lukes, but yeah, they should die relatively quickly. Do reposition them, and then I again reposition them to the right side, because I see a bunch of tanks driving through here. But yeah, fun fact, fighting against Leopard 2A3s is rarely a good idea. Except when it's like at super close range, but yeah, here now as well. Engaging the Leopard 2A4C. An even worse idea. And now, because I know that he has rerouted all his stuff on the left-hand side, I'm just trying to attack on the left-hand side again. Because like all the blob is here now, so yeah. This should be kind of free. Also may kill the... No, it doesn't kill the F4. Destroyer didn't get a hit though. Oh, that's something. HE bomber coming in to bomb the Leopard. It doesn't get its bombs off actually, so that was nice. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill it. Barely survives. I don't know whether the bomb drop here was a bit unlucky or whether they're just not able to kill tanks, but I think they do kill tanks a lot of the time. In this case, just a little bit unlucky with the drop pattern. Maria's here driving through, spot an Aufklärer here, so kind of driving around him. I'm not even sure whether this would be enough. I think it could still, yeah, it could still get a snipe from the forest here. Man, IT launchers just have such a high range. I just keep underestimating them. It's insane, yeah, how I'm not able to learn. Now the Maria here, obviously, it's a tank on its own, so obviously it's blind. Does get hit on the Marder though, but can't even one-shot it at this range. It's a 1200 meters. Come on, please, man. Like, I think it's fine that, like, you know, we have IFVs that are more survivable than others, but I mean, and the T-55 Merida, obviously, yeah, I know it's an obsolete tank gun and so on and so forth. But I feel like at this range you should still be able to one-shot an IFV even with like older tanks, especially because like this is an older upgraded tank. So I think it's kind of fair to say that if they hit, they should be able to one-shot a stupid IFV. And yeah, now it's just a big blob of IFVs that have been rerouted from the right-hand side once again to the left-hand side. The Maria did get out of harm's way of the Panzer Grenadier, though here it wasn't even an Aufklärer, it was a Panzer Grenadier. So maybe it will actually be able to get back into the sector. And maybe it will be able to get me the capture. Not sure, but hey, who knows? But the problem is that he's just straight driving through here again into my back line. Merida's trying to stop it, but I mean, there's two Leopard 2A3s here. And like, not a lot of ways for me to get into close range fighting. My air force has been decimated completely. The command T-55 is trying to drive in, but he still has a Leopard 2A3 left here because, yeah, as I said, he's just keeping his life alive because he's a very good player. Tried to bomb the command tank here. Unfortunately, it again barely survives. And yeah, that's why I decided to, you know, to finally surrender because there was just physically no way for me to get back in. 221 KD for Skiffik. Kind of expected. But you know, overall, I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of okay with my performance. I was almost proud, you know, because he has like how many games does he have? Yeah, he has 3,000 multiplayer games. Like, look at my multiplayer games, 700. Like, he's a lot better. He has so many more games, and I was at least able to hold him back for some time. That's, in my book, that's fine. And also, if I would have played better, I could have kept him on his back foot even longer. As I said, I don't think I ever had a chance of winning. But if I wouldn't have been a complete idiot in several situations, there would have been at least a better chance. But either way, just as always, very well played by Skiffik. As long as you don't play a flawless game, you don't stand a chance against him, because he will play a game that's close to flawless. Looking at the kills, yeah, the Gniewatch didn't pay off themselves that much in the early game, because, I mean, he's just smoking all the stuff. Because that's the problem if your enemy has good micro against the Gniewatch, because they will just smoke themselves off and drive away, and then try later when they have the critical mass to attack, which is one of the problems that noobs do, that they attack too early. Skiffik doesn't do that. And I mean, early on I did get a little bit of value from my not a little bit. I mean, this is a good value from a T55A. And a BVP1 killing a Marder, always good. Sniping a command, also nice. The Me Too Recon actually did get one of their Fernspeer, which is a good kill. And the military police actually performed very well in the town. And the Fago snipe in the Roland 3 was also important. This Merida here, killing 3 looks is also very good. This supply truck, I don't know whether this was empty or full, but either way, also just a good unit to take out. Osas did perform okay, but obviously it's just a giant skill issue by me not moving them. And the AT plane sniping the 1 Leopard 2 A4C was extremely important. Like, without the snipe, the game would have been actually over a lot earlier. And then sniping a few 2 Marders, but like an NSC-25 getting 2 Marders and a Fuchs, that's not worth it. A Leopard 2 A4C and a Milan Marder, that's worth it though. And a Scott killing a Marder, also nice. But other than that, I don't think like any unit performed like particularly well. I guess this Pichota did get something of value. And the artillery got, yeah, literally 1 kill. Was just a Gepard, and that was it. I mean, Skiffik moves his units. He knows what to do, and if your artillery is then also just obsolete garbage, then there's like not much you can do. But maybe the artillery was wrong to buy in, but I think it's still better to have it than not have it, because it still forces him to, put extra micro into his play. And yeah, well, that's about it. Then the Fernspeer just wrecking me. I think that's on the right side. Or, no, must have been on the left-hand side, actually. Because he killed 2 honkers. No, might have been on the right side as well. Well, whatever. They did kill infantry with the Fernspeer, because they're still capable in close-range fighting. And yeah, Leopard 2 A4C obviously performing extremely well. And I think actually this must be the one from the beginning that basically survived throughout the game towards the very end, I guess. Yeah, Fernspeer as again, like this was the one on the right hand side for sure, because it sniped like the infantry, because I was the vehicles, because I was an absolute idiot and driving them way too close to the town. That was so unnecessary, man. Oh my god, that was very, very dumb. Gepards, once the front line is established, are absolute shredders of the helicopters, especially if those are light ones, and infantry. And yeah, then just a big blob of Marders and Leopard 2s. Nothing I can do against it. As I said, like, I knew that I didn't have a chance in a long game. I needed to kill him early. And then also very nice use of the Mars. I just wasn't expecting that from Skiffik, because he like literally never uses artillery. But in this case he did, and yeah, very well done by him. Marder just, oh my god, man, that's so annoying, because there's just so many of them. And in this case, them being the Milan 1 being an obsolete piece of shit doesn't matter, right? Because all my tanks are also obsolete. So it's like a perfect matchup the later it goes. Yeah, the Air Force also not doing too well was a problem. I think kind of playing it like fortress defense would have been a smart idea, to kind of call in several planes put the AT planes first and then go and try to cluster his AA. I think that could have also been a good idea. But the thing is, I don't play with air that much, so I don't remember those important things. But yeah, well, anyway, GG to Skiffik. There is a reason why he is considered to be one of the best right now. And yeah, so unfortunately lost with Zmech. So sorry guys, it's so worn over. The win streak has ended, but it had to come to an end at some point. And coming to an end against a rank 1 player, I'm not really ashamed of that. So yeah, next game will be game 2. So let's you can stay excited for whether I will be able to actually get one back on Skiffik. Maybe it will be the most epic comeback ever. Maybe not. You will see. And until then, have a beautiful day and bye-bye.